Dust off the VCR machine. Get ready for a classic scene. Pop some corn and dim the lights for Gerard's endless starry nights. The static fades, the screen alight, a brand new world in dazzling sight. Gerard's video story time, every moment so sublime. 80s beats and neon green, living out a happy dream. Rewind, play and hit the pause, breaking all the boring laws. The static fades, the screen alight, a brand new world in dazzling sight. Gerard's video story time, every moment so sublime. 80s beats and neon gleam, living out a happy dream.
Gerard's Video Store, a beacon of 80s nostalgia, stands proudly as a vibrant testament to cinematic history. Shelves overflow with VHS tapes in their dazzling boxes, promising cinematic adventures. The air buzzes with the low hum of conversation and shared excitement. Customers browse the aisles, their eyes scanning the shelves for the perfect weekend escape. Laughter echoes through the store, a testament to the joy of shared movie nights. At the checkout counter, Keith appears overwhelmed as a long line of customers stretches through Gerard's Video Store. The cash drawer overflows with bills and coins, a visual testament to the store's bustling activity. Amidst the chaos, Keith struggles to maintain composure, his expression a mix of stress and determination. Customers snake through the aisles, their anticipation palpable as they wait their turn. The scene encapsulates the frenetic energy of a busy day at Gerard's Video Store. Inside the bustling store, a young cashier stands, a storm of nerves brewing behind his forced smile. He rings up the items with trembling hands, each beep echoing his growing anxiety. From beyond the frame, a gruff voice barks, impatience dripping from every word. "Hurry it up, kid! I haven't got all day!" His face flushes. His hands fumble with the scanner, his eyes reflecting the weight of the customer's words. The weight of expectation bears down on him as he continues to scan, the seconds stretching into an eternity. Inside Gerard's Video Store, Keith works at the counter, his focus intense. Keith struggles with the cash register, his brow furrowed in concentration. He fumbles, his frustration mounting as he tries to calculate the correct change. The video store fades into the background as Keith wrestles with numbers. His concentration is unbroken as he continues to grapple with the transaction. Keith focuses intently, surrounded by an air of uncertainty. He tallies the money, his brow furrowed in concentration. Okay, that's, $5, and, the numbers blur, and the total eludes him. Frustration mounts as Keith struggles with the simple sum. Inside Gerard's Video Store, John stands behind the counter, his gaze drawn across the room and then back over at Keith. A concerned look settles on John's face as he observes Keith. John steadies himself, takes a deep breath, and prepares to approach. With a resolute step, John encourages Keith and tells Keith to just breath and focus. John has Tammy take over the customers at the counter and asks Keith to go for a walk with him. John walks with Keith to the front of the store and to that counter. John role-plays as a customer. John's concern deepens as he observes Keith. John speaks, his voice gentle. "Everything all right, Keith?" John's eyes search Keith's face for any sign of distress. John awaits Keith's response, his expression a mixture of anticipation and concern. Keith stands behind the counter, a storm of anxiety brewing within him. He wrestles with the cash register, his frustration mounting with each failed attempt. "It's just the money, Mr. Gerard," he stammers, his voice laced with desperation. "It's all mixed up, and I can't figure out the change fast enough," he laments, his voice barely above a whisper. He confesses, his face flushed with shame. "People are getting mad." Keith stands frozen, trapped in a spiral of despair as he faces the consequences of his inadequacy. John offers a reassuring smile, a beacon of calm in the unknown. His voice carries a gentle understanding. I understand. It takes practice. With comforting assurance, John offers, Here, let me show you something. His eyes gleam with knowledge, ready to share his expertise. The moment hangs in the air, pregnant with possibility and guidance. Inside Gerard's video store, John moves with assurance behind the cluttered counter, ready to command the transactions. John steps into his position, a silent promise of seamless service in the bustling video store. With practiced ease, John waits on a customer. John's hand gestures guides Keith as he waits on the customer through the process, ensuring precision. The customer watches as John is teaching Keith, absorbing the lesson in careful money handling. John smiles, a subtle nod of approval as Keith watches on, and the customer grasps the method and also helps to show Keith the lesson. In the familiar setting of the rental store, John gestures with his hands, a practice demonstration unfolding. John's voice fills the air with a precise calculation. The customer gives you $10 for a 8.5 total in rentals. He continues. You start with 8.5, then add a quarter to make 8.75, then another quarter to make 9, then $1 to make 10. With a final flourish, John concludes, That's your change. $1.50. Inside Gerard's video store, Keith's focus is intense, his nods reflecting a struggle to absorb the information. Despite the overwhelming complexity, determination flickers in Keith's eyes. The weight of the lesson bears down on him, a silent battle fought in his concentrated gaze. He is determined to learn. In an anonymous setting, Keith's unease fills the room as he stands before an unseen figure. Hesitation clouds his voice as he begins to speak, unsure of his words. His voice trembles as he asks, So, you're counting up to the amount they gave you? The question hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken implications and potential outcomes. In a room filled with soft light, John gestures with a hopeful smile, ready to inspire. Exactly. It's like a puzzle. You're just filling in the gaps, John says, his eyes sparkling. John encourages, Here, you try it. The room glows with anticipation as John awaits the other person's response. The soft light dances, heightening the sense of possibility and potential. Inside the video store, John's gentle guidance fills the air as he begins showing Keith the ropes. With a blend of patience and anticipation, John walks Keith through practice transactions. When Keith falters, John's reassuring smile and kind words boost his confidence. John gently corrects Keith's mistakes, fostering a supportive learning environment. An impatient customer stands, a whirlwind of frustration barely contained. The air crackles with the unspoken question, Are we going to be here all day or what? The customer shifts, a storm of impatience brewing within. The customer's gaze pierces the silence, demanding action. Inside Gerard's video store, Keith struggles to maintain composure, visibly shaken by the customer's words. His fingers fumble clumsily over the till's keys, threatening to derail the calculation. A moment of near disaster as he almost loses control, the tension palpable. John's timely intervention averts a complete breakdown, offering a lifeline in the chaos. A single bead of sweat traces a path down Keith's temple, a testament to his inner turmoil. Despite the struggle, Keith regains control, the threat of humiliation narrowly avoided. Keith stands behind the counter, his unease palpable as he fidgets with the cash register. He struggles to maintain composure, a flustered expression betraying his inner turmoil. Keith's voice cracks slightly as he announces, Okay, so that'll be, $2.25 change. His eyes dart around nervously, hoping to mask his confusion behind a facade of normalcy. The room pulses with unspoken tension, shadows stretching and contorting against the walls. Darkness clings to every corner, whispering secrets in the strained silence. The air crackles with anticipation, as if the very room holds its breath. In a burst of resolve, John declares, You got it! His words hang in the air, a challenge to the unseen forces lurking in the shadows. The room waits, expectant, as the game begins. The hours drift by in Gerard's video store, each tick of the clock marking Keith's growing confidence. A subtle shift occurs as Keith begins to embody the counting method, his movements gaining a newfound precision. Between waiting on customers and putting videotapes back on shelf, he handles the tapes with increasing ease, each action flowing seamlessly into the next. The once daunting task transforms into a fluid dance of numbers and motion for Keith. Keith, while putting stuff away, stands proud of all he learned today. His initial hesitations fade as he masters the counting method, his actions now marked by a quiet assurance. Keith's transformation is complete. The hesitant employee has become a confident master of his domain. Inside Gerard's video store, Keith steps up to the counter, ready to complete his transaction. Keith navigates a customer to the video game aisle and shows them the new merchandise the store gotten in. Keith takes item out of the video game case for customer and successfully completes his transaction. A wide smile blossoms across Keith's face. His pride radiates, filling the store with his joyful accomplishment. Keith turns away from the counter, a triumphant smile still gracing his lips. His voice breaks the silence. 275, 3, and 2 more makes 5. Got it. As dusk falls, Gerard's video store prepares for a quiet evening. The last few customers browse the shelves, their shadows lengthening. Keith stands behind the checkout, his weariness masked by newfound efficiency. The cash register displays the total, a small sum marking the end of a long day. Keith smiles faintly, ready to close up and leave the reels behind. The night descends upon Gerard's video store. The lights start to turn off, through store aisles wrapping it in a cloak of tranquility. Keith's satisfied smile breaks the silence, hinting at a job well done. He steals a glance at John, seeking silent approval in the stillness. John offers a subtle nod, a silent acknowledgement of their shared success. The earlier chaos fades into a palpable sense of accomplishment, filling the air. Together, Keith and John stand in the quiet video store, the only sound the gentle hum of the refrigerator.